Hello, hello, hello. Sorry
Man,
for
who's
the
this guy
delay.
we got with us?
Look at this.
Hi. Hi.
So,
Hello.
if everyone in chat could please let me know how my audio is, because we are late because I'm having my normal ghetto setup audio issues. How does it
Scottie,
sound?
you use OBS, right? And then you
Yeah,
go to StreamYard, right? So
yes,
you're just using it as a virtual camera at
yes.
StreamYard. Okay. So when you go into your settings in StreamYard
Uh-huh,
and you look at audio,
uh-huh,
do you have multiple choices under mic?
yes.
What are some of your choices under there?
I have default microphone HD web camera, communications microphone HD web camera, microphone camo, microphone HD web camera.
Okay. So and it's the default one, which does make sense. Now, it might be worth it to change it to one of the other ones to see if it kicks off. I would choose that second one down. It might be worth it. You never know. It might do it. It might, or else we
How
might
is
all
it?
just die. Say it
Any
again.
difference now?
Yeah, see, it sounds the same.
Okay, let's do a different one.
We all might die too. So just
It's all
I
good.
might
How
might
about
just
now? Can you hear
still
me now?
still the same. Yeah, still the same. Bob Seger.
I don't know. I sound distant. That's what everyone's saying.
You
But
feel
there's
distant, Scottie. Are you okay? You're feeling it's like there's a distance between us. Scottie's floating.
hold on. Let's put that right. Oh.
Uh-oh. I think he just caught on
Frozen.
fire. His
Me
chair's
now.
on fire.
It's a good thing he's a firefighter.
Yeah. He knows what to do. Stop, drop, and roll.
I thought that was going to be a lot more relevant in my life when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too, right? We had hepatitis C, so they had songs, there was like a bunch of kids singing I can't wash your hands after going to the bathroom. Wash your hands after changing babies too. Because we don't want you catch hepatitis. And we don't want hepatitis to catch you. Who? You.
That was beautiful.
That was
I
on
think you should
all
perform that in Clash.
Only if I can play the banjo. I can't play the banjo.
On the bright side, Scotty's fire looks pretty good.
It does. It's very nice. I feel cozy. I feel bad. I feel bad for Scott. I'm sure he'll be back. Alishon says, take over, Blake.
Oh, no. That is not my job. I am just the pretty face.
Oh, we're effed.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Well, we didn't. He said he didn't really have a topic for tonight. He just wanted to, he would talk about a few things, but it was just seeing how things are going. Maybe talk about the Clash a little bit, and that was about it.
He usually has a list on his new whiteboard. He'll go through that, and then that's basically that.
See, I don't do any preparing for any stream ever.
You just freestyle it.
The very first few times I did an interview stream, I had some things I wrote down, some questions I wanted to ask and remember. But now I don't even do that because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like a conversation. So yeah, now everything's by the seat of my pants.
It feels too scripted.
Yeah, so I just like it being natural, and whatever happens. It's more fun that way, I think, because I like chaos. I like chaos. Yeah. I don't like things being too structured. I feel, even when I play video games, I like the games that are open world. Oh, I didn't mean like Scotty's back. I meant your fire's gone. Sorry, Scotty. You are muted. At least you look good. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
And you sound great.
Go. Beautiful.
Screw OBS.
So what was the problem?
OBS. I
don't-
blame OBS.
Obes.
Obes.
Yeah.
Obes does it every time.
All right, let's start over. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. The shrimp are better than the fireplaces, apparently. All right, I got to say some hellos. Starting off, we have Josh from Metalheads. Welcome. Devil Demon. Hello. Emma and her mother. Hello, hello. Lady R. Dennis Christensen. Hello and welcome. Scuba Stevo. Alishon. Thank you for the help with the audio. Cora Works. I love when car dealerships are like, check your approval rates and you enter a blah, 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 blah. That's what I think about them kind of places. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Scottie Nona, hello and welcome. Frogs, Fish, and More, hello and welcome. Anetta's here. Hi, Anetta. And Dave Farrell's here. Hello and welcome. And she will be here. Don't you worry.
She's watching right now.
See? Exactly. She's watching. That's all you need to know.
I see a new name to. Oh, I see Anetta. I don't know Anetta, so that's cool.
Anetta is from the CCY and the ACLC.
Okay, and Frogs, Fish, and More.
That is a new one for me as well. I saw that on Saturday. I don't know who it is, but I like the name.
Yeah, that's all. I always like. Sorry, Scotty, didn't mean to talk over you. I always like seeing new people. Always like seeing new people.
Steve, Big Trippin', how did you see my message in Wet Your Plants? I got 2 bags of tangerine tiger shrimp for Saturday. Are you coming? And Blake, how was the show? What show? Did you go to a show today?
I did not go to a show. I went to
know
work.
I don't know what he's talking about. Fish and Floral. Oh,
hey, Diane.
Diane made a name.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Nice. Diane is from the CCY.
So not new to you guys, just new to me.
And she just changed her name.
And she started actually posting videos on her YouTube channel too, so that's pretty cool.
Is there a way I can subscribe from StreamYard?
Do you see the YouTube chat? That's the easiest way because you being a mod, you can click on the 3 buttons there and go to channel if you've got YouTube chat open.
No. I'll have to remember to do that. All right. So I got to get back on track now. What do I have to share? Hi, Jenna P. Well, I got something in the mail. Oh.
It's melting. At first, I thought they were like little horseshoes. I was like, do you have like horses, Scotty? Like miniature horses? But now I see what it is.
Mag clips. So they are 2 magnets that you can attach the little like heater clamps to. And you can use them for whatever. You can use them for heaters, O2 lines, airlines, CO2 lines, or whatever. So I got them because I got those little glass dishes, the little glass flower pots for inside the tank. And I'm worried that the magnet or the suction cups aren't going to hold. So I got these just in case. And then also the thing for the CO2 juice to tell you the level. That's a suction cup as well that I was having trouble with. So I got, in case I run into any more issues with that. So,
man, I wish you would have told me you were looking for those. I've been trying to give those away at CCY for the past like 4 years.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I'll take some.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
I like the idea that you can move stuff around with that,
Yeah, that is cool.
That's pretty neat. I never even thought of that because I do have some uses for that. That's a very cool thing.
And the hole in the magnet is the same that most suction cups go into.
Gotcha.
So pretty much anything that has a removable suction cup, these will work on. And for those that don't keep a perfectly clean glass inside the tank, such as algae, it works a lot better on. That suction cup won't stick to. Let's see here. Did not see the message. I'll let you know about this weekend. Absolutely. I felt bad that, you were all excited about the Tangerine Tigers and both bags went for a lot of money and you didn't get either one of them. I'm kind of happy about the money aspect, to be perfectly honest with you. But, I do wish you were able to get some. Geek Boy dropping Diane's link. Thank you very much. And yes, Zoom Ed suction cup magnet replacements. Exactly. Big Shrimpin' for Blake was talking about the James River show with Bodrock, Eric Bodrock.
No, that's March 18th. That's next month. It's gonna be James River Aquarium Society. They're calling it their spring fling. It's a 1-day event. It's gonna have Regina Scottie talking and then Eric Bodrock right after. Then it's gonna be an auction. So we're gonna go down. My younger cousin just moved about an hour west of that, so
gonna make a day trip out of it. ACLC?
Nah, not that one.
Shit.
I'll be there this Saturday though. It's at that fish place this Saturday, right?
ACLC meeting is this Saturday. Isn't that when this one is?
No, next month, March 18th.
Oh.
Which is still ACLC meeting, but
is that when the swap is?
Oh, that's right. No, I won't have to miss ACLC. That's right. You're doing a swap on the 25th instead of a meeting.
I think.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. No, it is.
Scottie, you're the president of the club.
It's a meeting too. It's
you're doing a meeting and a swap the same month. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was replacing the meeting.
So did I.
I'll reiterate, you're the president.
Yeah.
Oh my. All right. Well, then I will be missing Michael's fish room.
Don Gooman's here. Hello, kind sir. Let's see here. My suction cup on those I use as feeding dishes are still holding strong. Interesting.
You want to know a fun fact about Don Gooman? Him and Tara have been in a poke war for like 300 some odd pokes over the past year or two.
Excuse me?
You know, you can poke people on Facebook.
I normally don't poke people on Facebook. Normally it's, somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to touch that one. But on Facebook, you can poke people. And I thought the feature was gone 10 years ago. And then one day Tara's like, Don Gooman just poked me on Facebook. So there are 300 some odd pokes or something like that. And it's hilarious.
I've never done that.
Don the Poker Gooman.
Usually a throw in from Zoom Ed donations.
That's where we got them from. From the Zoom Ed 2018
Cora
show, I think.
Them on the submersible lights makes much difference. Yep. Don't even use suction cups anymore. Exactly. Okay. Oh, Annette. There she is. Tara is here. There you go.
Challenge accepted.
Yep. Bob Bennell's here. Hello, sir. And Tara poked me too. Oh boy. Tara is 700 behind one of my friends. Oh, look at that. Good thinking, Coro. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. That's a great idea. Kenny's always a good interview anyways. But there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's a few presidents out there that you could get to.
All right. I'm caught up. What else do I have to share? Let's see here. Prepare yourself for this. After last weekend's stream, I thought...
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I had to prepare myself.
Huh?
You said to prepare myself, so I was...
Oh, you're ready? Are you set?
And then you didn't give me any chance. I had to prepare, but you didn't, you dove right into it. So, okay, I'm ready. All
right. Very good. Deep breath. Here we go. I did water changes today.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I did water changes.
I did not.
I normally don't.
God, first you're doing double digits in the auctions. Now you're doing water changes. What the hell happened to you?
You've
don't know.
changed.
I'm
You're just
scared.
not the same person.
No.
I'm
Scotty.
scared. I did. They were big ones. 2.5s.
My wife just said, "Never do that again." I guess I yelled a little loud. I scared the
So yeah, the one. I don't test my water either often. So the one tank, I could tell something was going on with it. Stuff was out of whack, and I had to vacuum it out a little bit, do a little bit of cleanup in it, and I actually just did that one a couple weeks ago as well. But I wanted to do a couple water changes on it because it's obvious it needs something. The other one, it had some stuff in it that I don't quite know what it was, so I figured I better do a water change on it as well. It's also a species of killifish both of them are killifish tanks, that I really want to get some eggs from, and I have not yet. So the one that had some wacky stuff going on, that's the Nothobronchius fasciocutaneus, however the hell you say it.
Fiscotaniatus.
Yeah, that thing, exactly. And then the other one was the Fundulopanchex amieti. And I think both of them are actually care species. At least one of them is. Then
I think
the other
most mythos are.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure the amieti are as well.
I think you're right.
And then the other tank I did a big water change on was the 20-gallon high that I have the CO2 going in, because Myrtle said I need to do water changes for my plants. I thought having plants, I didn't need to do water changes anymore. That's why I love them. And now he wants me to do water changes for my damn plants.
Plant people are a different breed.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that is I often do water changes for my plants because I use the water from the tanks for these plants. So when it's time to water these plants, I'll do a water change on one of the tanks. So it's turned around how I do it.
Yeah.
It's probably the best water you can give your plants, though.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. It is for sure. So update on the CO2 tank. Lord knows I don't have a camera set up on it today. I'm having enough damn camera issues. But the CO2 tank is going very well. The plants are really starting to show some red colors, which I absolutely love. I think those things are a couple Rotala species that I have going on. And you can tell when I added the CO2 and where they started growing at that point, they look totally different. You know, the bottom half looks like crap, and the top half is absolutely beautiful now. And then also that one plant that I got from Luke Wong, it came in, it was absolutely beautiful, beautiful shade of red. It started to turn green and die off a little bit, and I added the CO2 and it's coming back. It's coming back and looking really good. Real quick, let me catch up in chat here. Daniel Velez, hello and welcome. An amazing guy. Daniel, are you coming to the Clash?
I thought he was going to try and make it one day this year. I'm hoping so, because Daniel's very high on my list of people to hang out with.
Yes, for sure. Alshon's going to come to ACL on Saturday. Nice. That means he'll probably bring some amazing fish, and Blake won't be there to gobble them up.
I'll be there this Saturday, not next. Oh, no, I'll be at both of them. Yeah. No, maybe. No, I won't be at the one in March. I'll be there this Saturday, though.
I can't keep track.
I know if it's more than $10 for the fish, you won't get them.
You never know. Payday is Friday. Let's see here. Did you do shirtless water changes? Clean it like Greg. I'm seeing that everywhere. Don't worry about what I'm wearing.
Just rain boots.
Normally I have a fireplace, but today I have to have a shrimp. Yeah, I test it. I look at it. When I do a water change, sometimes it splashes in my mouth. You know, it depends how it tastes or how it smells.
It was funny. We just had William Perugini down at the CCY the last meeting talking he was saying about how there was a species of Lepisto he was breeding in 3.5 pH, and he said you would put that water in your tongue, it was just felt like battery acid.
No doubt.
Yeah. I don't remember what species it was, but they wanted insanely low pH.
It's amazing that they can survive in that, you know?
Yeah, and not only survive, but thrive and breathe.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Scrolling on down. People are talking to one another. Lonnie's here. Hi, Lonnie.
Hey, Lonnie.
Look at that.
About time you make it on the one of these.
And Crypt Keeper's here. Hello and welcome.
Hey, Crypt.
A neighbor.
Okay. Oh, Clashy's here. Hi, Clashy.
Clashy.
The one and only.
I like Clash Hole better.
Clash Hole.
Clash Hole. That's what I call it.
We should put
not
Clash
just-
Hole t-shirts on.
Nice. Don Gooman changes water every Monday morning. That's because you're a better man than me, Don. All right, I'm caught up. So also with the CO2 tank, this morning I had a scare. I thought I was having my first CO2 crash.
Oh, no.
I come in to the living room. Every morning I check the CO2 juice to make sure it's the right color. And then I look at the gauges. The one gauge was at 0. I was like, oh no. It was during Crypt Keeper's stream, so I started typing in chat, looking for help there. And you know, like I'm like, oh, the bubble maker thingy doesn't have any bubbles. The diffuser does. What in the world's going on? This makes no sense. It's an absolute mess that's going to kill all my fish. And you know, Kelly's chiming in with her wonderful advice that I should have gotten that brand regulator. I know, Kelly. I know it's not the one I wanted. I know. I need a better regulator. I know, but I'm not there yet.
Would you say she was yelling at you?
Well, Yelly yells.
Yeah. Okay. Just
and well, you know what it was? It was time for the CO2 to turn off on the timer.
Come on, Scotty.
Well, normally, like 6 other days out of the week, when I come out here, it's still running. Well, I slept in a little bit because I downloaded that stupid TV app on my TV so I could watch the Super Bowl last night for free. And I overslept this morning.
Wait, how does that? Because you watched the Super Bowl, you slept in. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought something to do with the app itself made you sleep longer. And I was like, I need one of those. I need one of those that'll help me sleep.
I got to remember to delete the free trial. Let me write that down. Delete TV. Okay.
Yeah, because some of those is like $70 a month if you don't delete the free trial.
Yeah. Screw that. So yeah, CO2's working great. No issues whatsoever. What else is new in the fish room here? I did get one more White Cloud Mountain minnow. Still not enough. But I did get some flame-tail snakeskin guppy endlers. Flame-tail snakeskin guppy endler. There we go. I got a bunch of those, so I already have. I'm starting to put together my stuff for Saturday for the auction already, and I already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already got 7 lots of stuff.
Look at you.
I'm excited for that. It's going to be at that fish place, that pet place, which is absolutely huge place. And we have oh crap.
Josh Weigert
as our speaker, talking about taking the dive into salt water, which is a nice topic. I've already dabbled a bit into it, but I could use a refresher. And Josh is just a lot of fun.
Great guy.
He's the guy that ran the carnivorous plant auction at the Clash. And he's a lot of fun. Do I have any other updates in here? Let's see here. Oh, and my new wood. I put it in the tank. I soaked it for a while, and it sank.
What kind of wood?
Rico?
What kind of wood? I'm being nice. What kind of wood?
Hardwood.
Hardwood?
It's pretty stiff.
Jesus Christ. Oh my.
My hollow wood, though, it's not doing too good. It won't sink. So it's got to soak for a while. All right, here we go. Put it up in chat.
You know, you're expecting a lot of me. You really are. You're expecting so much of me.
I saw the look on your face. Like, Rico's just going to eat this one up.
I know.
No, I'm not going to eat his wood. What are you talking about?
Jeez. That's going to be an interesting clash for sure.
True story.
They always are, aren't they?
Well, you missed it before. Scottie's apparently going to be stripping at the clash for us.
On a pole.
Ooh,
Tara's working on getting him a pole.
nice.
Yep.
And where's that going to be put up at? The
Everywhere.
parking lot?
No, it's too cold. Too much breakage. All right.
I'm
Anyway,
very much looking forward to it again this year, though. It'll be my third one.
Yeah.
So looking forward to it. Can't wait to be there.
I don't know what this brand is, but there's going to be a regulator at the Clash or at the Bucks County auction. So maybe I'll
Isn't that like a high-end one? I believe that's like a. I want to say it's like German or something, right? I'm probably totally wrong.
Do you have CO2 running overnight instead of when the lights are on? No, it turns on 1 hour before the lights. So my lights do 2 cycles, 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening, and the CO2 is on a separate timer to turn on 1 hour before the lights and turns off 1 hour before the lights. All right, let's see here. I just answered that. Speaking of the low pH, many licorice Grammies need low pH. Let's see here. I'm almost a Rico behind.
What is a Rico? Isn't that like 10 minutes?
15
15 minutes. 15
It's
minutes
for
behind.
Rico?
Because that's where I like to be. I like to be 15 minutes behind in the chat. That's my goal, is to be 15 minutes behind, because that means on the shows when the chat is important, that means I'm spending the time to really get the people involved. And so that's my sweet spot.
Right.
Let's see here. Scrolling on down. Tom, you're not even allowed. It's your anniversary. Make sure it's not a PVC pole.
I like what he said before that, though.
About the frightened turtle.
Yes.
That awkward moment when it's your neighbor. All right. What else do I got? Is that all? I think that's it on my list. So
Eric equals 4 Ricos.
yes, correct.
Is that Eric Wyrock?
Yes.
Yeah.
He streams way past your bedtime.
Probably.
Mine too.
Yes, me too. I try not to watch it, or I try to just watch the beginning. But once you start watching him, you can't go to sleep.
He's high energy. He is in a good way too. You know, he's a natural at it. He really is.
Yes,
he really is.
So I have a question for Rico. It's just coincidental that this topic comes up and you're here, which is perfect, because I think you might know something about it, or and people in chat. I have the same question. Wi-Fi and streaming at the Clash. In the streaming room, was everybody hardwired connected or using Wi-Fi in there?
I believe it was all Wi-Fi. I don't think anybody was actually hardwired in. Nobody. I could be wrong though, because some people did have a laptop set up that I wasn't.
Right.
I didn't know anything about. So, I mean, if there's the availability to use Ethernet, and that's the way to go. But I did some live streaming from the vendor room. So did Ed. And it seemed to work pretty good. So the coverage, at least in that area, was good for Wi-Fi.
Okay. Now, see, I heard from quite a few people that it was the Wi-Fi was spotty in the expo hall. that it was cutting in and out.
And I didn't see that. Maybe they were farther back, maybe because where you had us set up there right inside the door, it was nice and strong. So maybe farther back in the room, back towards the aquascaping contest and that, maybe it wasn't near as well back there, not as strong back there.
Okay. So if anyone is in chat, we have 28 people. Thank you so much, everyone. It must be because Rico's here.
Yeah.
If you streamed at the Clash, and let us know what was it in the streaming room or in the expo hall. Tell us, how was the signal, how'd you do it, and stuff like that. We are thinking of putting the streaming area, the YouTube lounge area is what we're calling it this year, in the expo hall or in the hallway between the two expo halls, further back by the antique cars, is where we want to put it. However, I am being told that from the hotel itself that in the expo hall, the Wi-Fi is not the best. Laura, who we deal with, is the one that told me that today. And also that she doesn't think there's any way to hardwire connect in the expo halls, but she is going to check. In the hotel itself, it's a little bit stronger. They do have the little thingies that the Wi-Fi can connect to or bounce or however that works. So we're looking into it because we don't, we want you to be able to stream and have an area. There's quite a bit of interest, but we don't want it to be bad. So it's what we're looking into. Annette says, I watched Lefty live stream in the vendor room and it was so bad. And I think that's one of the ones I watched. It was cutting in and out. He was walking around showing all the fish and was getting a lot of good footage, but he kept on cutting in and out.
So, and Coro asked a good question there. We don't know if he was using his own data and what network he was on with that. Could be AT&T, could be Verizon, or was he using Wi-Fi? Lefty's pretty, tech savvy. He knows what's going on. So I got to imagine he was trying to use Wi-Fi. But in some instances, if there is 5G coverage there, it might even do better than the Wi-Fi. It's possible.
Yeah. So as a backup plan, or Richard Grimm's here. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Richard.
As a alternate possibility or opportunity, what we can do is, again, we try to watch our dollars because this event is a fundraiser.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of people like that conference room for streaming. It was a good time.
Loved it.
So what we are doing is, if we can get 5 YouTube Lounge sponsorships, which are available on the website already, if we can get 5 of them, we will get a room. We will get one of those rooms. However, if we don't, we're not going to be able to get it. We're not going to be able to.
Understood. Yeah. That's Skipper and I have had the conversation a little bit too about it, and we get that 100%. I'm speaking for everybody that we did love that conference room, but we know it was pretty expensive. And if we don't have it, listen, at the end of the day, the streaming isn't the reason why we're all there. We do want it to, we want to do it. We want to be able to live stream there, but we're there to see everybody and to enjoy the event. That's the more important part.
Yeah, but it's an extra perk that, we want to make sure we do. We want to make sure we do our part. We ask that the people with the fish tuber package promote us, because that really does help us.
I've got a fish tuber package.
Yeah. And part of the deal is we give you a space to be able to do that. So we already had the YouTube Lounge area sponsorships available because of what we provide equipment-wise in that area anyway. We provide the backdrop camera, if you want to use it. You don't have to, but we do provide it, which I think a lot of people did like. And then also, if we put it into one of the other areas in the expo hall, we are going to put pipe and drape around it, so to help with sound and privacy, you know, if you're doing like a private interview or something like that. So we got to cover those expenses. We weren't expecting to get very many of them, but now with this concern, you know, if we do get more of them, then we'll go ahead and get that room. It's not a problem. Let's see here. Let me catch up here. I said hi to Richard. Though the number of people at the Clash the Cell networks are likely to be bogged down. That's a good point as well. Jenna has a very good point here. The problem with 5G is that some people may be streaming from a computer and not a phone.
But also, a lot of plans have turning your phone into a Wi-Fi hotspot, so you could still use your devices for that. But I mean, there's so many variables in all of it because, you know, we all have different equipment, we all have different stuff, and I mean, there's not going to be a one size fits all unless we're using the equipment that's there. So
yes, the YouTube sponsorship is $100, and we have unlimited amounts available. But to get this room, we would need we would need 5. I don't need a room for the strip show, Neto. Let's see here. And Bob wants to do a sponsorship for stripper pole. If the hotel had a place to plug in Ethernet, $200 mesh system would cover that what anyone would need to stream anywhere. And they might.
It's too bad that they don't provide more of that in this day and age to cover those types of things. You know, it's a pretty common thing nowadays for people to need that upload speed for regular work. You know,
and I think in the I know nothing about a mesh system whatsoever. Mesh is what my fishnets are made out of.
My underwear, you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. But the anti-photo wall, where the bulk of our event is held, is a place for car shows.
Yeah, true.
So they're not big on technology in there. You know. Yeah. It's a bunch of antique cars. And
guys.
Yeah, yes.
Antique guys and antique cars.
And when we went, actually our last in-person meeting that the senior committee was at, where the Clash was full of cars, and that's all it was. Now in the conference rooms, they're set up a little bit more modern with. I'm sure there is internet in there. I don't know. Okay, here we go. A solid mesh setup would solve these problems. I know nothing about that. Most hotels do have a way to plug in Ethernet. It's just a matter of where its access point is. Yeah. So, like I said, in the hotel area, I'm sure that's possible. Just not in the auto mall area.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi repeater device. I don't know. Oh, Steve.
I was like,
cheaper than a sponsorship. Bring a bulldozer. Nice.
Well, whatever is whatever the final is, we'll make it work. Even if if you guys don't have the means, because again, we all understand, like you said, it's a fundraiser. We understand this isn't. Yeah. There's no company here putting this on. These are, clubs. So we get that, and there's a lot of us that are, tech savvy. We can come up with something for ourselves, I think, if we have to. And I don't think, I'm speaking for everybody, and I could be totally wrong, but I don't think anybody's going to be too upset about it, to be honest. we can make do. I streamed from the parking lot, not this last year, but the year before, and it was fine. So if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do, and that'll be all right.
Yep. So yeah, the opportunity is there for the sponsorships. If we make it happen, we'll make that happen. If not, we'll figure out something, But I just want to throw that out there to everyone that is watching, and feel free to share that out on all of your streams. Please do. I think we're looking at a deadline to make that decision of sometime in May. So gives us a solid month to get that put together, and still gives a decent amount of time to provide to the hotel if we do want that additional room or not.
Now, you said there's a backdrop no matter where you're going to be at. Even if it's in the conference room, there's a backdrop, right?
Yes, the one that was in the conference room. We'll have that.
So, could people that sponsor the room get their, just an 8x10 sheet of paper with their logo printed on it, just, safety pin to this thing or something, so that every stream had their logos in the background? It'd just be extra.
That's a good idea.
Because then maybe even some companies might be interested. Companies that are on YouTube. I'm thinking of some of the vendors and merchants that we have that also have YouTube channels might be interested in something like that.
Absolutely. That's something we can do as long as it's sent to us in a high resolution.
Yeah.
So that
and
we
it's
can
not
print it and have it look decent.
Not inappropriate.
that too. That too. Yeah, so before we go talking more about the Clash, Blake, what's new in your fish room?
Something interesting, actually. Hopefully some people in the comments might be able to help out with this. So a woman recently joined the CCY. Her name's Carrie. Wonderful hobbyist, knows her stuff inside and out. And she approached me at our meeting, and she's like, hey, I have a really odd situation. I have this snail. I went to go buy pagoda snails from a local store. They ordered them in, and when she got them, they were clearly not pagoda snails. If you know anything about pagoda snails, they have a very distinct look. And so she did her research and everything, and comes up there something called a piano snail. It's a Taia nanocoides or something, nanocoides or something like that. But it's a snail. It's called a piano snail. But if you look up any information on it, there's like nothing in the U.S. It's anything you can find is over in Europe, for sale in Europe, but nothing in the States. So she reached out to her. She has a couple friends that are marine biologists, plant physiologists, a couple other people, but nobody has ever seen this snail in the States. So I asked my buddy out in California, who's a marine biologist. He's never heard of it. So she has them. It's a live-bearing snail, and they're breeding like crazy for her. And then she wants me to work with her to try to get them out into the U.S. hobby. So as of right now, to our knowledge, there's nobody else in the States that has them besides her. And then she just gave me a colony of about 20 or 30 of them. But yeah, I was hoping Annette would still be in the comments. I know she does mystery snails, but I don't know if she does any other snails. But I'll definitely get you some pictures of them. But as of right now, we're working on just going to keep tracking them. We're both going to grow our colonies, spread them to hobbyists, the local area, and eventually get them out into the States. But yeah, as of right now, we've never seen another record of them being in the United States, and there's very little information, and all of it's over in Europe.
Brush
algae. Water parameters or anything?
No, I don't have anything going on in my fish room with any weird parameters. She, to my knowledge, didn't do anything crazy. Just a lot of high calcium stuff. But just because they're live bearing snails, so they're coming out full shell and everything. But
I want them.
Right now I just got my colony. It was just Saturday. So once I get mine breeding and stuff, I'll get some to you, definitely.
Oh, you can share a male and a female. Don't be stingy.
The ones I'm seeing look a little. I just drew a blank. I've got some. The ones that breed in fresh or in brackish water.
Nerite.
Thank you, Jesus. They look a little bit like nerites, right? That's what I'm seeing. A little bit. These ones say they're called brush algae snails as well.
Yeah, I think another common name is some sort of river snail or something like that. But
I saw that one too.
Can't find anything in the States about them.
Is this it?
No.
Freshwater breeding river nerites?
I know that one of the common names is something about a river snail, but that name doesn't look familiar. But Oh, there you go. Yeah, Lonnie lives right near Carrie, so yeah, he'll probably get some from her too.
Awesome. Yeah, please.
And they're breeding like crazy in her. Wow. If you need help spreading them around, I'm interested.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to like track them, see where they go, and see how well we can get them out there. But yeah, as of right now, we're the only 2 people that has them in the States right now.
And where are they from?
They're from Burma, I think, is where they're actually from, but they're the only place that I'm finding any information is over different countries over in Europe.
And can you say the name again?
They're
Burma,
what I just it's like Taia nanticoides. It's a piano snail.
Okay.
They're apparently she said they're very skittish too, and she said like if there's fish in the tank, like they won't even come out and eat, so they're just in their own snail tank. But a weird thing I noticed, it's probably total coincidence, but I dropped them in a tank it was a mature tank, but it didn't have any fish in it. I didn't even realize it had snails in it. And then when I dropped them in, within 5 minutes, all these ram's horns just started coming up the side, like trying to get away from it. It was weird. They don't eat snails, but just all these ram's horns came out of nowhere and just went to the surface, like above the water line.
There goes the neighborhood.
Wow.
That's what it's like. That's just
so
bunch of racist snails.
I wonder how they do with other snails.
I don't know. I know she told me that she doesn't think they would be able to outcompete ram's horns for food. Okay. I guess they're a lot slower moving. But yeah, it'll be a cool little project we got going on here.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, that's why I have you as a co-host on this stream, Blake, because you just bring some interesting shit. Rico, you got anything new?
Hold on, I'm busy.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and I've mentioned this a few times, and Alishon knows. So Alishon sent me some of his Xenotoka Doi Dry. I never can say it. The Gudea. And they're breeding. So I've got at least 4 fry. So I'm super happy about that. Although one of them, I don't know, one of them looks a little bit, his back's a little bent. He's not swimming so good. So it might be, and there might be more because they hide so well. At first I saw one. I was like, what the hell is that? It's at the top up here. So there's no way anything else could get in there. But then it's definite. They're spotted. The fry is very spotted. You can tell that they're that fry. And they're big for fry. They're good sized. But there's 4 of them. So at least 4 of them. Super happy about that. I was, I wasn't exactly worried. They're not like super hard to breed, right? But I was still concerned. It seemed like it was taking longer than I thought it would. But they finally did. So that's really it. That's new. Nothing really. Everything else is just sort of, status quo. Nothing's really changed.
Nice.
Just trying to think if there's anything going on with anything. Nothing. I'm not really getting a lot of breeding from anything else, although I don't try. I don't try at all. Most of my tanks are community tanks, so if something breeds, it's lucky that it survives. Like my Bose and I.
Welcome, Fish Rumor.
Hey.
So, to the Clash we go. Obviously, I knew it was going to start soon. Our busy beginning went a little longer than I was expecting, which is a good thing. But things are finally starting to slow down a little bit. Generally speaking, February, March, April, and May are slow for the Clash. That's usually our downtime where we're working behind the scenes to do, Blake's working his magic. He reaches out to, what was that number, 700?
Yeah.
700 sponsors every year. And we need that for, we try to put together an amazing goodie bag, get all the stuff donated for the show, the prizes, we try to get them donated, the raffles, all that stuff. So that's all Blake. That is 100% Blake. And so this is the time when, he concentrates on that. We had our monthly Zoom meeting yesterday, and I'm very happy with the progress. The team is kicking ass. I didn't even think Blake had sent out the emails yet, and he's already getting stuff in the mail. So
Nice.
This is when Tara sacrifices one of her rooms for Blake to store all the stuff in, and now we do have that one storage space. So every other month when we do meet in person, we can they can bring a carload or truckload, and we can put the stuff in there as well. So things are going well with that. We do still need help with the sponsorships, of course. We are well ahead with the class sponsorships. We only have 15 left, which is amazing. But we do have 15 classes that we do need to get sponsored. And then, like I said, the YouTube lounge area, hospitality room, we only have one sponsorship so far. So we do need more than that because we drink quite a bit.
How many open this year for the hospitality?
Unlimited, because we learned the hard way last year that
the two of us didn't cover enough.
No. Greatly appreciated, but we need a lot more.
Yeah. I really want to help out. We've talked.
No worries.
Maybe things will change around, but I've been spreading the word as much as I can too, and trying to get the word out.
That in itself plays, a huge part in it. So we appreciate that. What else?
How many total do you have for like speakers too? Is there like 5 per speaker, or is it unlimited? Or
I think it's unlimited.
Unlimited this year.
Okay.
But our goal was 5.
Okay.
Our goal was 5, but it is unlimited because some of the people do cost a lot more to get there.
Sure.
Depending on when they're coming, how they're coming. Plus, we pay all of them as well. We give them all a speaker stipend as well, and we cover all their expenses. So 5 is our goal. It is unlimited, and we also have more speakers this year. So, it's just an added expense. But with the event growing, we want to do more for everyone that's coming.
Can you talk a little bit about the hospitality suite changes as opposed to last year too?
It's going to be a bigger area. So where we had the pizza party, that entire section of that big overall room is going to be the hospitality suite this year.
Nice.
So every year we're doubling the size of the rooms.
Yeah. And sorry, I was going to interrupt you, but
it's going to be in there. The hours are going to be different. It's not going to be open during the day to everybody. We can't. Again, it's a fundraiser and we gotta make money. We can't lose money.
Yeah.
So it's going to be that entire room, the left side, where the same area that the pizza party was in. It's that same exact area. But with that, we'll be able to put in some more couches, chairs, stuff like that, because we want it to be an area that people in the evening can go and wind down and relax and have something to drink. There will be some snacks in there.
Do you still need people to help out in there and to volunteer for that?
Yes, please. Someone to sit in there and yell when the ice gets low and when keep the refrigerator stocked. Okay.
I'll help out with that. At least if I can do some of that, I'll spend a lot of time. We'll talk, but I'll definitely volunteer for a lot of time in there.
That would be amazing.
I'll put everybody in the hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll help the hospitality suite.
So it's going to be a bigger area because we filled it up. That room was full with people.
Now, wasn't that the vendor room 2 years ago too, where the pizza party was? Yeah, that was the vendor room, right? And now,
it's just a place to drink.
Yeah,
exactly. We'll have a refrigerator in there, of course. One thing that I was looking into today, because everybody wants freaking ice cream. It's been a very common topic lately. Everyone wants ice cream.
I'd rather have like a cash bar or something. That'd be my speed there.
Right.
We actually could have that set up, couldn't we? Because we did for the banquet last year. Isn't that right on that side where they do the bar stuff?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like when like on that side last year where they had the carnivorous plant auction, right after they were done, they had an open bar, or not an open bar, but a cash bar right in there.
Well, yeah, but that costs a lot of money.
I'm saying, like, if we got the enough sponsorships, we could potentially do that.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't ever carry cash, though. That's the bad thing about a cash bar. I mean, in my mind, even though it's called a cash bar, I still sort of assumed that they would let me run a tab and they would take a card and stuff,
Yeah. So one thing that a new challenge that has come to light today is everybody wants ice cream. Well, they don't have a freezer that we can put ice cream in.
How did that come up? How did that, what?
That's because of Grant.
Grant wants ice cream. Crypt Keeper wants ice cream. Geek Boy wants ice cream.
It's going to be too cold for Grant to eat ice cream. He's not going to, his Florida blood's going to be, last year they were both, they don't want ice cream. They're not thinking it through.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'll see what I can do, though. Anything's possible. But, the hospital. Well,
they're not popsicles.
Yeah, right?
No popsicles.
It's going to be less hours. It's not going to be during the day. The idea isn't to have it be a meal replacement. It's more to be, evening drinks and snacks. So we'll be able to do that. See, Dave wants ice cream too. Everybody wants ice cream. They do remote ice cream. Nice. McDonald's has ice cream. That's a good point too. Paul Sotero is here. Hello, sir.
Yeah, but the machine's going to be broken.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There will be an ice cream truck in the parking lot. Just have to catch it. So, maybe find a soft ice cream machine to rent. That's a good idea too.
Baked potato bar.
Oh, good. Blake, control your wife.
There was another one. Yeah,
hey,
Scuba Steve says, "Can I sponsor a baked potatoes bar?" So it's another thing.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's new. It's for the Clash.
Oh, Jesus!
You're never gonna pull Tara away from potatoes. I think that's one thing she loves more than me, honestly.
Well, you do have some potato-like qualities,
Oh, thanks, Rico. Asshole. God damn, taking shots.
Nice.
Sorry. But that is the truth, though, right there, what Dave Farrell said. Yes, that is 100% true. You had like a salad bar with a bunch of different cheeses. I love going to the cheese store. They've got all the different. We used to have an amazing cheese store here. It's no longer around. It was a local cheese place. Oh my God, it was so good.
I've never heard of a cheese store, but I do love cheese.
Okay, well, now we're talking different bars we're setting up. Why are we not setting up a taco bar?
Oh, Jesus.
And like some wings.
Traveling tacos or whatever they're called.
Some tacos and some wings.
Oh, wings. Yeah. So the hospitality room we talked about. The speaker room is either going to be in the same area or in the expo hall. Our goal is not to have to change over the rooms every day or even multiple times a day.
A lot of time.
Again, limited manpower and time, trying to make it easier. So we're hoping we can get it to work in the expo hall, but we're worried about the sound quality. So we have to do some testing.
So you walk into the expo hall, right? And on the left hand, you walk to those doors, the glass doors right there from the hotel. Off to the left was the vendor room last year. This year you have that vendor room and across the hall from it, right? The right-hand side as well?
The vendor room's on the other side.
The vendor room's moved over to the right side this year.
Yep.
What about
the entire thing?
So that room was a lot bigger. I didn't look. I know Susie Q was skating over there.
It's the same size room.
Okay.
But it's going to be just the vendor room.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Nothing else in there. It's going to hopefully be full of vendors.
Okay.
The left side is going to be the possibly the speaker room, the fish show, the aquascaping competition, and we're going to have a sitting area for people that we're going to have a food cart in the hallway during lunchtime every day. And so people can get food and go sit down like a little cafe type setup.
What kind of food?
Good food.
Okay.
Actually, there's really good food off of that cart. Not even gonna lie.
Did you eat the during the gun show, the food cart?
I
No,
was
I
also
never.
there during the auction on Sunday. At that year.
I missed the auction too. We usually go home right before the auction because I try to take stuff there to give away and to get rid of, and not come home with stuff. And I've been good. I brought home shrimp and plants last year. That was it. And I took a ton of guppies and other plants and stuff and got rid of. So.
Right. So yeah, the food cart that was there for the gun show 2 years ago, we're gonna have something like that set up again, and in the hallway during lunchtime, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And they had really good food. It's pricey, but it's good, and you don't have to leave to go anywhere. And so we're gonna have a little like cafeteria type thing set up where you can go and sit down and eat. And then, well, that's everything. So the fish show's on the left. The other change that we're making is the fish show's not going to be back by the garage door. It's going to be up by the hallway in the front. So
like
that
where Super Cichlids was.
Yeah, where Super Cichlids was, so that the temperature, the draft from the garage door.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
So
yeah, that's late enough in the year that's a concern. Yeah.
It was oddly cold last year too. Of course, we were trying to do a fish show.
Yeah, for the fish show. I thought it was very comfortable, but I'm a fat guy with, so I enjoy cold weather.
And it has, we do have that water heater that we invested in last year, so that if we need to swap out water to keep the temperature good, we can. So that was a big investment last year as well, because it helps us get the tanks ready quicker, because we're putting warm water in instead of cold garden hose water.
Yep.
It
was nice for the vendors too, because they were able to take advantage of that.
Yeah. So another thing that we are looking for help with is getting vendors. If you know of any businesses, any hobbyists, we do have the $75 tables for rent. If you know of any hobbyists that want to come and sell their fish or whatever, any businesses, and it doesn't even have to be like local businesses. We'll take big corporations, We're trying to get Cobalt and who else? What are the other big ones?
Zoom Ed always sponsors. Hikari always sends stuff. Obviously, Aqueon with Cali. Anything you see Aqueon related at the Clash, that's always from Cali.
Yeah, but we would like to get some of them there as vendors as well.
Mm-hmm.
And to come there and set up a vendor booth. We bring in a lot of people.
I think that Lonnie had a very important comment there at 8:05, Scotty, if you want to highlight that real quick.
We're all fat guys. I like my food. That's for sure.
Yeah. And Alishon, you said Aqueon, but it was API, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did I say Aqueon? Oh, my bad. Yeah, we do get Aqueon though too, but I meant API.
Yeah.
Another A.
Absolutely.
Another A, yeah. They all start to blend together after a while.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're talking to 700 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. We've done
Fish
some
Fam Christmas,
Yeah, we've done so I've talked to probably not 700, but I mean the first year I definitely talked to a lot of people, so I get it.
PNW Customs would be amazing to have there. That is that would be perfect. Different, no pun intended, out of the box vendors. Come there and show off their product and sell. Because they're all the way over in Portland. we don't have something like that on the East Coast. So it's a good opportunity for sure. And exactly, the devil comes from the West Coast, so can PNW.
Caw-caw.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
I was waiting all night for that one.
And yes, salty vendors, absolutely.
I think we'll see more this year.
I'll tell you what, we put out those posts, those advertisements, and got a lot of messages, a lot of interest, but none of them have actually purchased yet. The only saltwater, and it's a mixed, Atlantic Aquariums, Usama. He sells some saltwater stuff. He's the only one that has paid. Now, there's been at least 5 saltwater vendors that have filled out the registration form to be a vendor and hit submit, but didn't pay. I don't know what it is. Not a single one of them has paid.
Those salty people, that's just how they are.
People.
You know what, Scotty? You usually do an hour, right?
It's over an hour.
And I don't care. I just wanted to point it out. But before, in case you were going to end soon, I wanted to say something really quick that I wanted, you told me about, a week ago that somebody had purchased tickets for myself and my wife for the Keystone Clash. And I wanted, again, there was an anonymous person. I sort of think I know who it is, but I just want to say thank you. We're struggling a little bit with some things, and that was huge. So whoever did that, thank you so much. But that just shows what kind of community we have, that they look out for everybody like
exactly.
That. So that's amazing. I didn't hear about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was very nice of whoever that was, and I really do appreciate that big time.
Yeah, and it was even the person and I went back and forth trying to figure out the best way to do it too. It was it was nothing but the best intentions, because we want you there, Rico. That's all it's about.
Oh, I appreciate it.
We want you there. Everybody wants you there.
More than you know.
Let's see. Maybe they are waiting to be approved from their submission, not thinking they can pay until it's been approved. I've emailed them. It's weird. It's really weird. Last year the issue was that fish place had a frag swap the same weekend. And we actually had, last year, we had 5 saltwater vendors that paid, and only one of them showed up.
Thank you.
That's basically what we were like.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the money.
And, since we found out that event was going on last year, we had full intent of making it a bigger thing this year. We reached out to that fish place. They agreed not to have that event the same weekend. And some of the ones that did answer my email, they're worried about the saltwater foot traffic. Is there going to be enough interest? And it's like, well, unless we have the vendors there, we're not going to get anybody there anyway.
And I think a lot of those vendors think that there's a bigger divide in the hobby than there is. I think, I mean, how many people in the chat right now keep both? A lot of people do. Tim, I know, Crypt Keeper is going that route. He's getting a salty tank. I don't, but there's a ton of people that do both. Do.
Yes. Yeah. What else? Oh, aquascaping. Possibly. Let me look. I got a text message since I've been here. There is a chance that tonight aquascaping will go live. I would venture to say if it doesn't happen tonight, it will happen tomorrow night. So aquascaping registration will be going live. It is $75. pretty much run the same way last year, but you keep the tank and everything in it. You for $75, you get all of that.
Nice.
Now, let's say you're flying or you don't want the tank. You can sell it to someone at the Clash. You can put it in the auction as a donation to the Clash. No dry goods can be put in the auction this year except for donations. You have to donate the item. So if you pay the $75 to be in the competition and you can't take it, then try selling it or give it to us and we'll sell
it. Is there a limit on how many people can enter?
12.
Okay.
And they're going to go fast.
Yeah.
They are going to go fast. Everybody had a really good time with it last year. Everybody really liked the tank size last year. It worked good for aquascaping. The tank is either going to be the exact same or really close to it because it's got to fit on that stand. So
yeah, was a 15-gallon? Was it even that big?
17.1, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I think it was like 17.1. Low iron, rimless.
Nice looking tanks for sure. Yeah, they were beautiful.
And we'll have the sand, the dry, the wood, rocks, plants. If you want to put livestock in there, you supply it. We're working on filter donations and light donations.
They shouldn't be a problem though.
Yeah, we'll be good with that. Yeah, so it's a nice setup. But we don't want people registering just to get the tank. Like, compete,
Yeah.
We know it's a good deal for $75, but we want people to compete.
And I will be bringing a ton of wood again to give away to people. Now, the wood will have been outside all summer baking in the sun, but no guarantee about it sinking or anything that quick. It will not have been soaked beforehand, but I am bringing a ton of it. And anybody that's interested, last year, everybody just came out to my trunk and handled my wood.
I didn't get to touch the wood.
It was fun. I did some autographs out there too on certain body parts, and it was a good time. So, but I'm bringing a ton of driftwood because I live right on Lake Ontario, and we do some beach combing from now until the Clash. We'll
nice
gather a lot of it, and we'll bring a ton of wood to give away. Some real nice pieces too.
That's
real nice pieces.
Absolutely.
The only thing is, I can't tell you what type of wood it is. Most of it's been in the lake for forever, so it's hard to tell what type of wood it is. But it definitely won't have any resins or anything like that.
Yeah. Philly Splash. There's a bunch of events. I mean, these people go, like, there's some people that go to every single event. It's just getting the word out and getting them to actually commit. And our prices for the table, the hobbyist swap table, $75, is extremely comparable to everyone else. There's a lot of other local places that actually pay more than that. The Farrells have 3 saltwater tanks.
Frogs Fishing More, which was Diane. Is that Diane? She had a great question. No dry goods allowed in the auction this year.
No. So we're changing it to live goods, plants, fish, unless it's a donation to the Clash. So something we've run into in the past is you'll have 10 different people bring a used 10-gallon fish tank to the auction. We struggle to sell them for $1 a piece.
Okay.
And we'll have 10 different people bring a bag of fake plants. We struggle. It just draws it out. It doesn't make money for the person or for us. And it just takes up a shit ton of time. we wanted
like last year we had like a 110-gallon tank, a 90-gallon tank. I mean, and then we had to store them until the auction. And
yeah, it just, if you have a dry good that you're looking to get rid of and you want to donate it to us to put in the auction, we'll do it. But it just takes up too much time, too much space. And come Sunday, we're hurting. We are hurting. Lonnie has a really good idea, a nano tank competition. Our schedule is full for 2023, but remind me in the end of September, like the last weekend of September, for 2024.
Lonnie had another good point up there earlier too about Central Pet, and it's a lot of it's other conglomerates too. Like I always hear people say, "Oh, we need to get a big corporate sponsor," but like Central Pet owns Aqueon, they own it's like 3 other different just aquarium related places, and then Spectrum Brands owns Tetra, Marineland, Kent. The Central Pet also owns Seagrass now, so I mean,
really?
a lot of that, yeah. So they like look at some depending how in depth they look. It could be like, oh, well, if you get a donation from Aqueon, like with tanks, we don't want you to double dip and get fish from Seagrass. Right. So it depends on how high up on the corporate chain they look at that, but that makes it really hard to get those high dollar multiple sponsors.
Yeah.
Because one company owns all of them.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Alshon's referring to the aquascaping competition. We get those filters donated to us, and they do help clear the water so that it looks better for judging, and it adds to the value.
And they got that built-in heater, which is nice.
Yes. Come to the Bucks County auction for all your dry goods. Yep. Go and get them at the Bucks County auction, and that way you already have them and you don't need to get them at the Flash. Bucks County auction is April 22nd in Southampton, Pennsylvania at the Churchville Nature Center. And it is a bigger auction than the Clash. It is all day long. We'll get there probably around 6:30 or 7:30. Registration opens at 8:30. Auction starts at 11. And it goes to like 6, 7, 8 p.m.
What was the date on that one again? I'd really like to make it to one of these. I've never made it to one.
22nd.
Okay. I might have to try to get to that one this year.
It's a drive for you, I know.
Oh, it's like 3 hours.
It's worth it.
That's Earth Day.
What's that?
That's Earth Day.
Yes, it's Earth Day. Perfect.
And a very bad man's birthday.
Yours?
Who maybe, no, like a really bad man. Who was maybe took his own life after World War II.
Oh.
I know this because it's also my daughter's birthday. That's the only reason I know. I'm not like a fan or anything. Don't get me wrong, people.
Right.
He has like a shrine behind him.
Yeah. No.
I would definitely say that the Bucks County auction is worth a drive for those coming from a distance. It's worth it. It's the unique fish, the great quality dry goods.
Who you get an auctioneer this year for that? Because I know you got multiple people doing it.
Wait, say that again?
Who are you going to have doing the auctioneering? Because I know usually those big auctions have like several people swapping in and out or 2 going at a time. And
the last one that I remember, we had Mark De Niro, Kevin Carr.
Oh, I got to go for Kevin Carr.
Yeah. Gary Jones. And maybe Joel? I can't remember.
Is Gary still active in the hobby?
He just moved away.
I figured once he retired.
He's up in near Harrisburg, I believe.
Oh, so he's closer to me now.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's probably northwest of you.
Yeah.
But he made the last meeting, but he left early. So I still had the auctioneer. I'm really hoping I don't have to auctioneer at the annual auction. I don't think I can handle it. It's a lot being the auctioneer, especially when you have an active auction.
I've only done it once at CCY, twice at CCY, and it's different. Definitely different.
Yeah, it's a lot, and I did it at the Diamond State Aquarium Society annual auction a couple years ago. Actually, it was before the pandemic, and that was one of my first times. I kind of liked it, and then I've done it a few times at ACLC when Joel couldn't make it, and now I'm pretty much the one doing it at Bucks County every month now.
On a semi-related note, suggestion for the award show is that nobody gets to make a speech after winning this year.
Yes.
Wonder who that's directed at.
A little person. Let's see here. Crypt Keeper wants all the 10-gallon tanks. No wood or rock. No, not for the auction.
Yeah, I've seen that at auctions too. People have like a single rock in the auction, and then it's going for $1, and nobody wants it. Then have to listen to Joel up there, $1.
Yep, that's what happened.
That's just a weird. I mean, I guess I sort of get it. I find a lot of rocks that I think are cool, but then I look at what other people are using in real aquascaping, and it's like it's nothing. So yeah. I guess I sort of get it. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? So.
Lonnie wants to go to Bucks County.
I got a rock.
So Blake, you got to bring Lonnie.
All right.
What is the scoring criteria on Shrimp Show? So it is not a specific shrimp show. It's a fish show, but it's all species. So shrimp are included in it. There is a class for shrimp, but there will not be a split between the different types of shrimp. All shrimp are in one category. Now,
if we grow, we could change that. If we get, 40, exactly. 50 shrimp entries, we can make it happen.
And that's really what defines the show is, and it changes every year.
Yep.
Is what is the interest? How many entries? And sometimes we'll combine them. Sometimes we'll split them. And it also depends on, what are people willing to sponsor? Because for every class, we have 3 awards that cost us money. So shrimp will compete against all other inverts too, besides snails. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So there we go. Len, if we get 10, 15 shrimp in the show, we can have our own shrimp class next year. Then divvy that up in the following years if we get enough.
Yeah, exactly. We get enough interest this year in shrimp and enough entries. Next year, we'll put shrimp by themselves. Let's say that year, in 2024, let's say we have 50 different types of shrimp, or 50 shrimp, different types. The following year, we'll do Caridina and Neocaridina and all that crap. Let's see here. Nature Center sells native plants outside, but not that same weekend this year. Ted Coletti, yes, he auctioneers. Good point. Oh, there we go. Wow, how many Ricos am I behind? I'm not even a Rico. Okay.
Not even a Rico.
I don't know a single one.
Oh,
everybody's always talking about my behind, though. I don't get it. It's always a Rico behind. What is a Rico behind? I mean,
it's your behind.
It's pretty glorious, but still, I don't think everybody needs to talk about it.
Exactly. I think Rico should get a pair of Scottie leggings for this year.
That would be special. They'd be a little short. A demo of my auctioneer voice. It's nothing special. I'm not that good.
Lonnie's a hell of an auctioneer. He's auctioned at CCY forever.
Yeah, and he helped out ACLC as well. And
I don't think I mentioned it. I've talked about in the streams plenty of times, about my hobby mentor for the past 10 years. You heard me mention Lonnie's name. That's actually Lonnie in the chat. He's been my mentor in this hobby for the past 10 plus years now. Hell of a guy.
Yeah.
Nice. Does he do the actual auctioneer voice where it's like ding ding ding, you know, sold to the guy in the platform, that kind of thing?
Oh no, his thing is come on, just one more dollar.
Yeah. Where was I?
Hey, speak of the devil.
Oh my god, yeah, the real Kevin Carr.
So, let's see here. Who was it? Larry D brought a Kevin Carr to the Clash last year. I saw the registration for Kevin Carr.
Oh.
I didn't know there's more than one Kevin Carr in the world. No. And I thought, especially in the hobby, I thought it was the Kevin Carr from New Jersey.
Speak of Larry D. There he is.
Exactly. And I was like, great, we have an auctioneer. That's perfect to help Joel at the auction for the Clash. Kevin Carr is going to be there. Great. Wonderful. It's not the same Kevin Carr.
I like when Eric Bodrock comes too because he's a really good auctioneer too.
Yeah. Yeah. Crypt Keeper has 18 unique varieties of shrimp. I didn't even know there were that many.
And doesn't Grant keep like 100-something varieties?
Oh, we got to get a competition going. Let's see here. Do you want to? Oh, are you shaking your behind for Coro?
I will not. I'll probably blow out a hip.
Yeah, you and me both. And Kelly Foreman's here. Hello, Kelly. Kelly, I don't know if you heard it, but my regulator is perfectly fine. It was me being a dumbass. And speaking of the little guy, Fishy Bond's here.
Oh, man.
Let's see here.
Give up trying to type in the chat.
So is that comment because people told you look like Terry Clemens from Canada?
What one?
When he said about the kilt.
Yes.
Was that the guy who wore a kilt this past year?
He wears a kilt every year he comes.
Everybody said that he was my doppelganger, and I didn't really see it. I mean, we had long hair and bellies, and that was about it, you know? But
I never thought about that till recently, but yeah, I could definitely see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the joke, Kelly. Kelly says we can't call her Yelly anymore because she doesn't yell, but that's the joke. Unless you weren't joking when you called me dumb and creepy.
Oh, damn. Right, because you're wearing a kilt.
You see where we're going here? So you get to be Yelly as long as I continue to be dumb and creepy.
Well, damn.
Here. That's good. Geek boy. You need a better dumbass. Yeah, right? Yeah, that was an upsetting game. We were doing so good. That
was a hell of a game, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I don't know what it is about Patrick Mahomes, baby. He just has a very punchable face. I don't know if anybody else agrees with that, but I just feel like that dude just looks like such a douche.
The biggest issue I found about the halftime show?
What's that?
What's Rihanna's last name? It's not Schmidt.
It's what?
It's not Schmidt.
I thought she was just like Cher, and it was just, one name.
She should be my wife.
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay, sorry. It wasn't hitting.
And the baby's not mine.
I'm sorry to hear that, Scottie.
Me too.
I know you were looking forward to it.
Me too. And I'll tell you what, I haven't even done that yet. I need to do that.
I haven't even registered yet.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I don't know if I'm going yet.
Yeah, let me tell you, you don't go, I ain't going.
Rico can hold it down.
Yeah, Rico, you're in charge.
Yeah, I can hold the table down. That's what I'll be.
All right. Oh, what do we got? Chat just jumped on me. Oh, Coro knows Rihanna's name. Again, it's not Robin Rihanna Schmidt.
Someday.
Over his head, and he's so much taller than you.
Yeah, it wasn't landing. Wasn't landing.
Yeah. And there's your Valentine's gift to Tara. Register her.
Wow,
All right.
that's easy.
Right. We are at an hour and a half hour beyond my sweet spot. So I think we'll call it a night. Chat slowed down a little bit. Rico, thank you. It's always a good time when you're here. Blake,
Thanks for having me.
thank you for being an awesome co-host and always offering such wonderful information.
I try.
And have a good night, everyone. Oh, I am not streaming this Saturday. Forgot about that. This upcoming Saturday night, I will not be streaming, but at 8 o'clock, unless he goes earlier, Rico will be.
I will, yes, with Eduardo. We're doing
Eduardo.
a focus on, an official focus on with Eduardo. So I think I'll get to say, hi, everybody.
And that's
Thanks
it.
for coming.
You're not gonna,
That's what I've been doing on the way to work recently. I've been watching your focus ons on the way to and from work is like on my radio lately.
Me too.
Well,
Really?
thank you. I appreciate that. I've been lucky. I've been honored to interview a lot of really cool people. Super. I mean, some amazing guests. And we've done. I think we got to be closing in on 90 of them.
Yeah.
So quite a few people in our hobby, and still a ton of people to go. Though. I mean, I'd say I still have 910 to go.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everyone.
See you guys.